in here.
Sorry, guys, you can find file in Canvas. I uploaded them in files if you have no access to Telegram chat.
Yeah, but the link should be provided to you in Canvas. Okay, so yeah, please open this link in Google Colab 2. So yeah, all this the system Jupyter notebook, it is hosted in the cloud. Yeah, you can run it. It is quite nice technology. So okay, now let's proceed. Let's download some data and study it. So here I have data from the so-called Titanic competition. So this is how to say, first quite simple data set. It contains the data from all the passengers from the infamously known Titanic ship. So here we have passenger ID, we have the survived column. E class, it is the passenger's class of his ticket. We have name, we have sex, male, female, we have age. We have this field meaning if a passenger had a sibling or a spouse together with him or her. Barge, so I forgot what it means. It probably is not very relevant. We have ticket number, we have fare of ticket, we have cabin number. Yeah, some data is missing, as you notice. So it is a typical situation in real data that some data might be missing, and you need to handle it somehow. Okay, and the last field is embarked. It is shorthand for the port, where this person stepped abroad the ship, stepped on the ship. Okay, so yeah, so here I use this function head to quick exploration of the data frame. So we loaded this raw data to the pandas data frame, and we can explore it. So yeah, actually there is some stuff which was recently introduced in Colab. Yeah, I do not have a lot of experience with this function, but probably it will be very useful, like simple plotting, mathematical plotting, based on this top five rows. Okay, now actually in the first half of this class we will do something like this, but ourselves. Okay, so let's move forward. What we can extract from this data, we can get our columns, names of columns in machine learning. This data is typically called features. So features is like what is called in statistics independent variables, which are used to predict another variable of interest. So here is the columns. We can pick one column whole by its name using this indexing. Here it is, like age column. We can pick row by its ID. Here it is. And we can pick a row by its index. It is not the same as ID. Column selection by index. Because ID, it is an identifier, it is like a key in the database. So Okay, yeah. And finally, row selection by its index. It will be something like this, one row in the vertical format. Okay, what do we have next? Some useful hints and tips for this system for Jupyter notebooks. The very useful hint is time. It's called magic on the jargon. So it estimates the time required for running of this cell. Yeah, here it is like 486 microseconds, I think. Okay, this operation took more time, one millisecond. So the calculation of transposed matrix, right? And then calculation of the mean took 1 millisecond. Okay, another useful hint is, this is the TQDM library. So let me show you how it works. You can grab a Python cycle with this TQDM, right, like this, and it displays a progress bar, right, with estimation how many cycles are passed and how much time is ahead. So it is quite useful, for example, in deep learning when you start some training of a network with a lot of epochs, and you need some progress bar to estimate how much time is left. Okay. So what we have here, just a reminder, we have these variables with description. Okay, so we have this pH, which the variable which I forgot. It is number of parents or children abroad with this particular person. Okay, what we have else? We have like info method. It shows your data frame. In this way, it shows the number of non-null elements in each column, like the size of data which is present, and the data type, like integer, object, float, and so on. Okay, another useful method is describe. It shows for every column, again, number of non-missing entries, and some statistical stuff like mean, standard deviation, minimum, quantiles, and maximum values. Okay, quite useful for exploratory data analysis. Okay, what we have else, what is interesting, in Python and in Jupyter Notebook, after a method, you can type a question, symbol of a question, right? And when you execute it, this help opens, so it is extracted from the top string in Python, right? So for popular libraries, doc strings are typically provided, and you can get a quick reminder of function of its signature and how it works. Okay, now let's start some data processing. So this simple data set from Titanic, this kind of a simplified example of like real world which you will will need to do in real life. So we have some missing data, we have some wrong data. So first of all, let's start by dropping unnecessary columns. So we will drop the name and ticket columns. So because if you remember, these columns are text ones, name, ticket. Right now, we don't know how to work with texts. It will require some natural language processing, some large language models. We don't know it. And we are simply dropping these columns. Okay. So what we get now, still we have some missing data, missing entries, like in particular in age column, in cabin, and embarked. So what we are doing, in total we have 891 rows, 891 passengers, and for the cabin, almost all the data is missing. So we don't want to work with it, and we are also dropping this column. Okay. So now we have this column embarked. It is the port where this person, he or she embarked on the Titanic. Here we have only two missing values. So what we are doing on one of the ways to fill the missing data, like let's calculate counts, like frequencies of all the ports in the data set, and we see that the most frequent one is S. It is something like Southampton in England, and we are filling all the missing embarked field with S. Like we use this function fill a name with S. Okay, what we have else? We have a nice function group by. It is like it groups all the rows with equal value of one particular column. So it is like a SQL database. If you worked with such, so it is group by statement. Let's execute this cell. And here we see the counts of entries after grouping by the survived feature. We see that 584 person did not survive, and 342 survived. Okay. Okay, guys. So it's time for some task for you. So the task is the following. Please write a code to solve these 4 simple problems. What is the mean value and standard deviations of ages for every passenger class? In what port of impact the absolute difference between the amount of man and woman was the greatest? And what is the number of man values in every column? And please replace noun values in age with median value and calculate its standard deviation. Okay. So you can use the links in Canvas to Google Colab.